Hello, welcome back. Thank you for joining me. Today I am going to be making baubles, and it's from a kit from a company called Pinflair Creative Crafts. Very good company. They've been around for an awful long time, and I'm sure they're a staple in many people's crafty collections. This kit that I'm working with, it cost £12.95. All of their kits are always very reasonable. I've taken it out the bag so it doesn't rustle too much. And in addition, I purchased this little set here, and it's to help me mark up everything straight on the bauble. So you will see how that works shortly. Take it off the thing. Now, there we go. I am not sure which one I will be making first, but let's have a look, see what you get in the kit. So you get 6 of the polystyrene balls, get your instructions, and get material. So let's have a look and see what material we've got. Here we go. We've got this beautiful material here, lovely rich red colour, and then we've got some cream on gold and some green. I believe when I ordered it you had a choice of what colours you wanted, but don't quote me on that, it was quite a while ago. In addition, we have pins, ribbon, gold thread, some longer pins and some caps. Now if you look here you can see we've got ribbons around the top, we've got the caps, we've got the gold that you can weave through and you can pin in, and yeah, believe it or not, there is absolutely no glue involved in this whatsoever. So let's get making. Obviously I won't be showing you the instructions. They do have a very good policy, angel policy, and you can make and sell as much as you like, but obviously you can't share or distribute the instructions, so I shan't be doing that. And I have just realised I need some scissors. So let's get those on a slightly wonky angle, because as you can see from the sun, I've had to move my setup and be able to actually do this. So first things first, before I cut that, let's decide which one I'm going to make. And I think first of all I'm going to go for a simple one. That sounds like a good plan. So let me have a look at the instructions and I shall be back. So because I'm going to make a simple one that just folds into has 4 sections, it is this gadget that I need, because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 sides to it. So get a pin. And get a pencil. There we go. You pin this into the top. So we've got this line here. I don't know if you can see the line, the seam going round. So we'll pin it in there. And then we'll follow that seam round and pin it the other end. Now I've not made these before, so bear with me if I go a little awry. See that that's come out the other end because it's not a big enough pin. That's okay, I can hold it. Oh, yep, first mistake. I see what I've done there. Is that a mistake? Yes, it is. Pin it with that bit there. and you draw, just check that I'm in focus and in camera here. You draw your line. Right, and then you move this so that you are lined up with this next part here. And basically it's evenly cutting the ball in half, in quarters. It's a shame the balls aren't big enough, isn't it? The things aren't big enough for the template. Are they all the same length? Let me have a look. Yeah, they're all the same length. Wow. Oh, wow. So what have you guys been up to lately? Did you see my other video that was a bit of a disaster of a homemade baubles? I'm hoping this will not be such a disaster. What I'm going to do is line that up there, line that up there, and continue that line there. There we go, line that up there and there. Obviously I'm no affiliation to this company, but they are lovely. Yeah, they just come across as really nice, really helpful. They've been around for years. You don't get to do that if you're not very good, do you? It says a lot for the company. And you will, on occasion, see me using their book binding glue, which could be used on fabric, paper, metal, everything. I think I've mentioned it in the video, but there was one video that I couldn't upload because I'd recorded it in 4K and it was so large that no software could upload the image. It's something like 2 million, whatever the largest gigabyte, whatever is. It was absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, it might have been that video I mentioned it on. Right, so now take a little knife and cut. I mean, this is ingenious, honestly. Cut in to the line. Oopsie. Okay. I need to make sure the dog doesn't get that. I'm sat in the sun here and it's making me quite warm. And it'll disappear again in a minute and then I'll get cold. What handmade Christmas projects have you made? Have I already done that? Yeah. Do you have a tradition of making your own Christmas cards or anything like that? I do have some hunky-dory Christmas card templates so that I can make my own cards, but I'm not brave enough to do them, so that might be a next year project. Right, so then you cut out your fabric to the size that you would need. It looks like I'm going to have to do quarters somewhere, because is that bigger than that? How much short is that? I'm going to have to do a bauble with quarters now, aren't I, so as not to waste fabric. Right, so that's the right width. Let's get it to about here. Make it a bit extra, just in case. Is the width all right with this? Width is fine. Oh, dear me. Right. So, what you then do, this feels like way too much now, is you get, now they did sell tools in which you could do this, metal tools, but because I had bought the other gadget, I didn't want to also buy the tools, although like I say, they sell very reasonably, they're priced very reasonably. Right, now I appreciate this looks like a bit, doesn't look great, but it does work out in the end. You can all guess who that is having a drink. Now, if you do this wrong, the great thing is, especially for me, because we know I like to do things wrong, you can just pull it out again. Now we'd like quite sharp corners, but we'd also like it to make sure it goes in. Isn't this clever, eh? No, no glue needed or anything. I mean, how clever. And for those of you that watched my previous video, you will have seen that I had two baubles spare from that last project, because I'm not going to carry on. I think I have too much fabric. I'm not going to carry on and make another bauble like I did in that last video. So if I can figure out how to do this without any bumps due to excess fabric, I will, I'm sure I've got some other fabric that well, I know I've got other fabric, I just don't know if it's Christmas suitable, but I can have a look, and I can, look how clever, and I can make more of these, because there's different patterns, as you have seen. Look how clever. Love that. Now I'm a bit nervous about cutting it off, but that is what she did. That is what she did. So I might actually need little snippy scissors, eh? These are smaller scissors, but not as sharp. Too much excess there. Oh, lovely. There we go. Sorry, I seem to have lost the ability to talk whilst cutting fabric. Perhaps I need to invest in some small, super sharp scissors, because those big scissors are tailoring scissors and they're great. But I need some smaller, sharper ones, don't I? Now, obviously, I've got another colour to go in these, so I don't have to worry too much about being super neat on the first one, because we've got another one that's going into it. Oh, look at that. Right, so let's do the green. How wide did I make it? Was that wide, wasn't it? Was it that long? Right, I'm just going to do it like this because I don't want to waste any more material. How about handmade crackers? Does anyone make handmade crackers? I got some crackers. Now this is going to sound bizarre until you hear the end of it. I've got some crackers from my friends for Christmas presents, but they're Toft, you know, the crochet company. And she was selling Christmas crackers, and inside, so the outside you get to keep because it's like a table setting, and then inside it's got a little crochet kit. I can't remember what it was that was being made from the kit, but yeah, I thought that was a lovely little gift, and a good introduction to crochet if they haven't done it before. And even if they have done it, I would be very happy to receive a Toft kit. I got one when I was in Liberty, because I've always ummed and ahed about it. I know the cost is due to the yarn, and we need to value quality over cheap to as much as we can and where we can. I appreciate we can't always do that because it's not always in our budgets. But yeah, I've always ummed and ahed, and then I thought, well, I went up to London recently, and I knew that they sold their kits in Liberty, and I do like that shop. That's where a lot of my baubles have come from, not because it's my everyday shop for shopping, but because it used to be a Christmas tradition and a treat to myself. I am not a regular Liberty shopper. And yeah, I managed to find one while I was up there. I got the rabbit, So I haven't done amigurumi before, and I thought, well, I will give it a go with a quality supplier. So watch this space, and I may well show you, give you an update on that. But yeah, that's a Christmas cracker alternative, isn't it? Hopefully they like them. You hear the puppy in the background snoring away. Oh, I got really ripped off online. A family member wanted some jewellery, and she sent me the link to this website, and I ordered it, and wow. I mean, I know I make jewellery. I do a bit of silversmithing. So I'm going to be a bit of a critic, but golly me, did they rip us off? And they're refusing to give a refund, and I've quoted the UK consumer law to them, and they're still not shifting. Yeah, I am not happy at all, and it's not like me to get caught out on those sorts of things, you know. But we shall see what comes of it, we shall see. I was concerned there wouldn't be enough gap down there, but there certainly is, so that's good. Yeah, I know you're not supposed to cut too deeply. Because obviously you want the integrity of the ball to remain. Oh, lovely. Right. I'm just going to do another red, and then we might do something a bit more adventurous, but we've got to finish it off, do the top and everything, haven't we? Right, so what was it? It was this bit here, wasn't it? I feel it can be shorter than what we were doing, because we've got quite a gap here, haven't we? But we want to keep the width. So I think we can go here. I'm quite enjoying this. I would definitely get more of their kits because they're so easy to do. I am glad I invested in that gadget though, because otherwise I don't think it would have been very central. Yeah, I hadn't saved enough for them there. There we go. Lovely. There's a bit of bobbling here that I don't like, but I don't want to push it too far and ruin it. But it is annoying me. Is where we can put the top of where we can put the cap. So let's do this. Right, so the cap can go in that end. Okay, right. So cap is going this end, which means we want to have that there and wrap that round. And how do I put it down there? Do I just do that? We'll find out. We will find out. So I would put that through there. Pin that in that there. Want to make sure I'm getting the pin through. I don't want my hair to come into shot. I think that's how you do it. Yep. Now you can put thread on the top. Perhaps I need to pull that tighter. That was that first one, wasn't it? Let's make sure it goes through this one. This one. And catches that one. That's going to be better. There, lovely. Right, now let me just read how to do the bow. Okay, let's see if we can get this to work. I think I am just going to do it as a hanger. There. I'm going to tie that, do you think? No, we want it to come out either side of this. So we'll take this back out and put it through both of these. It's got to be small enough to sit under the cap nicely. Do this one. Do that one. Sorry guys if you can't see what I'm doing. It's getting dark here and I can't see what I'm trying to aim for. get through that one and through that one. And then aim them all down. On that. Is that? Oh. Nearly said a naughty word. That'll be the front door then. Let's see if I can get in there. Perfect. I really enjoyed that. Look at that. I know it's probably, I appreciate that. Don't appreciate that though. I think for a first attempt, put it on all the cut-offs, nice, it's gone bubbly. I think for a first attempt, I am very pleased with that. It was easy, despite me possibly making it look slightly more difficult than it was. Let me just see if I can get that out. No, I think that might have to just live in there. Lovely, lovely. Right, number one done. Hang that there. Right, let's have a go at another one. What should we go? See, this is quite optimistic, this one, isn't it? Let me see if this little gadget tells me how to. Okay, I kind of bish bash boshed this next bauble, and whilst doing so, realised that at the bottom here of this previous one, I should have a pin, and that's why I've got a bag of pins. There we go. That's kept that in there. I don't think I need any more around it for this one, but for the next one, I'm kind of going for this one here. But the measure, and this is where I could see that there's pins in here to keep the gold. And I kind of bish bashed it up a bit. So I'm gonna cut and try to look at that for where I'm cutting. Because, oh, should we take the end off? Not cut them out in multitudes, because we all know that I am not good at this. Right, so let's try and do this. Oh, look how much I've cut out of that little thing. Right, go on. Let's try and stick to the edge so we can reduce for next time. this is going to get pinned in the corners. So that's the top. You need to see these bottom bits, and I'm going for, now, do we want red? That looks nice. Or do you want green? Red. Okay, so I've finished off the fabric, and now we're going to put the gold thread through. I'm going to do it properly this time with the needles, the pins, sorry. Okay, and from the picture, it doesn't matter if you have more than one in a spot. So we'll go up here, put it here. And then we go up this way. We'll feed that way better. Don't want to push it too far in the hole. That's a bit of a struggle getting that one in. Down this way. I might leave some of the pins until the next time I go round that way. Now I don't think I'm going to be able to get this all done in one reel, and I don't even know if I'm going to have enough to do all of it. Let's see. Yeah, it might be a bit tentative, this, actually. That's a shame. Not all of them have it on there, you see. Not all of the designs require it, so that is, oh golly, where are they? That's quite possibly why there's not enough in there. And then back down there. Let me cut that. Might go ahead and order some more, to be honest. Right, that's coming away a little bit. It would be nice if we had enough to get down there. Let's try and put that at the bottom. Oh, I don't know if we're going to have enough. Pin that. Sorry, pin that there. Bury it under there. I'd like to sit on top of it there. Right, yes, it definitely neatens it up. What else did I have in here? It's here, ribbon. Don't know if the ribbon would look... No, it doesn't have the same appeal, does it? Right, so in order to be able to put away this one I finished, I'm going to pin the top in so that that's done. Ouch. And then I will remove that once I've done the gold, and I will add a bow. I think I'm going to be adventurous and put a bow, if not on this one, on one of the others. But again, look how beautiful that is. That will stay down once we've got the gold in. If not, I will put a pin in it. Stunning, absolutely stunning. So this is where we are so far. And I will make some more. I won't make you watch the pain of more. But once they're finished, I shall put a picture of them up at the end. So thank you for joining me. I've thoroughly enjoyed this, much more than the Pinterest inspired one, much more. Lovely, beautiful. They also do heart ones as well. So if you're interested, it's Pinflair Creative Crafts. I don't know if they've got, I don't have a barcode or anything. Oh, no, QR code or anything. Very reasonable, £12.95. You get 6 spheres, 6 baubles, and they also do them in heart. And I'm very tempted to order the heart ones. Thank you ever so much. I'll see you soon. Bye.